All right, ladies and gentlemen, the aliens are here. Get ready for a lockdown. Just kidding, but seriously, Mexico just released images of 2 aliens. This is a try not to laugh challenge, but they've just released images of 2 alien bodies that they have, and I want to discuss what I think about aliens. It's been the talk of the town. Everyone on Reddit and online and on YouTube and on the news is talking about aliens, UFOs, and so I want to discuss that and then also show you a Harvard Gazette article about the link between alien abductions and actually demonic encounters. So let's talk about this video. It's going to be an interesting one. Try not to laugh. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at these aliens and see what's going on here. Let's do it.
Matt, meantime, there is this in Mexico this week. Congressional hearings focused on UAP sightings, much like we had in the U.S. Congress back in July. And this right here sort of stole the show. This is according to a prominent Mexican.
I'm sorry. This is so hard not to laugh. So this is Mexico lawmakers hold UFO hearing with alien corpses. So they show up to this hearing and they casually bring 2 alien corpses. Guys, this is laughable. Look at this.
UFO journalist and researcher.
There they are. I mean, these are the guys. These are the ones that are going to take over the planet. These are take me to your leader. If one of these showed up to my house, I would probably just punt him over the fence. I mean, the guy's got the same body build as me. But at the same time, I didn't expect them to look like a dried up Popeye's biscuit. I mean, this dude looks like he just had 10 Popeyes biscuits. This is how I look when I land in Arizona and it's super hot and I haven't had any water. I mean, my guy is drier than my lips. This is crazy. And people are buying this. They just, no big deal. We're the first country ever to have alien bodies. And they just, man, they must have watched E.T. right before they made these.
These are 2 non-human corpses, both at least 1,000
freshly created. Still a little bit of dust there from when they carved them.
Years old, discovered in Peru back in 2017, and then fossilized. Now, look, there is a lot of skepticism here about whether these.
Come on, guys. Oh no, Mexico! What are we doing, guys? They must have just watched E.T. because these guys look exactly like E.T. The fact that they just casually show up with 2 caskets of aliens, like no one's gonna be like speculative. And I'm not trying to be rude. Listen, my family's from Mexico. I'm half Hispanic, but are we really trusting the Mexico government? Are we really trusting the government in Mexico City? Like, there's a lot of corruption in Mexico. The cartels, the government, the police, they kind of all work together. But of all places to come out and say, we have aliens, trust us. I'm just saying Mexico would be one of the last places. It's just laughable to me that people are actually falling for this.
Whether this is legitimate. We ourselves can't verify any of this, so we are.
Look at my guy. What? Some of this dude's drier than some of your pastors. Look at this guy. What is going on? At least make him like scary or make him like big. This is so lackluster. It's so unfounded. Zoom in on the camera on him. I mean, this is just funny.
We are skeptical about what we're seeing here at News Nation when it comes to the origins of these things in this video. Nonetheless, these displays were a part of a legitimate Mexican congressional hearing.
I don't know why I just can't stop laughing.
Is a former Navy pilot who actually testified before the U.S. Congress back in July. He was also there sharing his story and his experiences with UAPs, Kelly. So, you know, I think a lot of work still having to go into whether or not
he's trying not to laugh. Come on, bro. Be honest. You're trying not to laugh. You're like, what am I doing with my life? And I'm here covering this. What am I doing?
Real. Mexico's Congress debating whether they're going to be enhancing a law that would essentially make Mexico the first country on earth to say explicitly that they believe in extraterrestrial life. So a lot happening just south of our border there, Kelly.
All right. You can understand the skepticism.
She said you can understand the skepticism. Yeah, so what is going on here, guys? This is, in my opinion, again, this is just completely fake. This is completely made up by the Mexican government to be relevant in the search of UFO. I know there's congressional hearings for UFOs and for aliens and for all of that. Do I believe in aliens? No. I think it's unfounded. I believe that many people have encounters with fallen angels, demonic spirits, thinking that they're abducted by aliens, which we're going to cover here in a minute. But I do not believe that these are actual aliens that have been found. And even if they are, it bears no weight to the actual gospel and to what we're doing to spread the gospel to all creatures, it doesn't change anything. We're still fallen. We're still sinful people that need a savior. And so it wouldn't change the Bible. It wouldn't discredit people saying, oh, if there's aliens, it's going to discredit the Bible. No, it wouldn't. It has nothing to do with the Bible or the bearings of how legitimate the Bible is. Okay, I want to show you guys this article here in a second, and then we'll talk a little bit more about these Popeyes dried up biscuit aliens. This is interesting. I've listened to a lot of alien abduction stories, and a lot of them sound very familiar with people that are attacked by demons or demonized. But alien abduction claims examine signs of trauma found. And stay with me, we'll skip around a bit, but I'll give you the gist of it. Mark H. says he was abducted by aliens. He clearly remembers awakening one night, unable to move anything but his eyes. He saw flashing lights, heard buzzing sounds, experienced feelings of levitation, and felt electric tingling sensations. Most terrifying, the non-human figures he saw by his bedside. Mark believes they were aliens. Again, do I believe in aliens? No, I believe that he was probably being attacked by demonic spirits. Later, he underwent hypnosis, which is demonic if you don't know, to try to recall exactly what had happened to him. Under hypnosis, Mark remembered being whisked through an open window to a large spaceship. He was very frightened. Look at this. He was very frightened when aliens took him into some kind of medical examining room. There he had intercourse with them. Okay, so the aliens, fallen angels, incubus, succubus, fallen angels are now having sexual intercourse with him. Afterward, the aliens brought him back to Earth and returned him to his bed. Mark described it as terrifying, but did it really happen? Some researchers at Harvard University devised an experiment to determine if memories of an abduction by space aliens would provoke the same psychological reactions that occur when other people, such as combat veterans who survived deadly car accidents, recall their traumatic, and those who survived deadly car accidents recall their traumatic experiences. Richard McNally, a professor of psychology, and his colleagues recruited 6 women and 4 men who claimed they had been spirited away by extraterrestrials, some of them more than once. Under hypnosis, 7 of 10 reported having had their sperm or eggs extracted for breeding purposes or experiencing sexual contact with space aliens. So you're seeing that it's very sexual, it's very dark, it's very weird. Why would an alien want to do that? Now we know a demon would want to do that. We know in Genesis 6, fallen angels were interbreeding with humans. We know that demons are sexual and disgusting and perverted, and people recount all the time having sexual experiences with demons, but we're seeing some weird parallels here, okay? The same procedure was done with 8 people haunted by traumatic experiences unrelated to abduction by aliens, okay? And then they compared the measures, but look at this, okay? McNally announced these findings on February 16th at a meeting of American Association Advancement of Science in Denver. The results underscore power, emotional belief. Okay, let's look at this. Neither McNally, let me find the part I want to see. Dreaming with your eyes wide open. Okay, the researchers tied such abductions to a phenomenon they call dreaming with your eyes wide open. The episodes occur just as people awaken from a dream. Dreams include full body paralysis, right? We've talked about that before. A nice adaptation that prevents people from jumping out of bed to escape their demons or otherwise making moves in a dream that would injure them in reality. The sleeper awakens from a dream before the paralysis goes away and experience hallucinations like seeing flashing lights, some kind of living, lurking around their bed. Sleep paralysis is common and no more of indicative of mental illness than a hiccup, the researchers point out. But when the hallucination and paralysis occur together, many people find the combination frightening and they attempt to find a meaning in it. Okay, and then it goes on to spacecraft, conduct the abductees. Okay, look at this. The typical abductee notes McNally. So the typical person abducted by these aliens, demons, has a long-standing interest in New Age practice and beliefs such as reincarnation, astral projection, mental telepathy, alternate healing practices, energy therapies, and astrology. So the people that are saying they've been abducted by these aliens in the study by Harvard specialists are saying they're usually connected with the New Age. It's usually tied in. This is not a Christian article here. This is the Harvard Gazette, but it's usually tied into some phenomenon, some spiritual phenomenon. Then it says ghost, hags, and incubi. Such combinations given rise to a variety of interpretations across cultures and throughout history, McNally points out. Not everyone who's been scared by this experience imagines they've been abducted by aliens. And then he talks about people have a witch on their bed and talking about having a female form, having sex with men in their sleep. Abductees react emotionally like people have real memories of combat abuse, near-death encounters. Most of them are glad they had contact with the extraterrestrials. Some say they feel pleased to take part in a hybrid breeding program. Most of them, says McNally, ultimately interpret their experience as spiritually transforming. He ties in demonic encounters, demonic spirits, similarly to those of alien abduction. So what is really going on here with this whole alien thing? I think one, it's preparation for when Christ comes back, for the rapture of the church, that there would be an explanation that, oh, they were just abducted by aliens. I also think that, I don't know, they're going to use this to cause mass fear, mass hysteria, an alien. I mean, the next lockdown might be the aliens are coming. Watch out for the aliens. So I think that this is another attempt that the world is making at describing the supernatural. Another attempt the world is making at describing what a demonic encounter is. If someone has a demonic encounter at night, they don't believe in demons, they might just say, oh, I was just abducted by aliens. It was aliens. Those images and videos, listen, these are absolutely fake. They're a complete joke. They're just straight out of ET. But I do believe the world is starting to buy into this lie that fallen angels are aliens. They're not aliens. They're demonic spirits. Ephesians 6, they're principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, dominions, and thrones. It's just setting the stage for the tribulation and the end times. Let me know what you guys think about this whole alien phenomenon and talk. I don't believe in aliens, but I would like to hear what you guys think down below. Let me know if this video helped. We're live every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. We'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.